mentioned tourism and youth. What it means? Tourism is very, very fancy. It looks, everybody understand, very easy word. But if we start collecting what you mean by tourism from that corner to this corner, everybody do have their own perspective. It's so wide, so flexible. And the first challenge is how do we integrate its perspective to understand, number one. Number two, how do we move ahead for its development in terms of sequencing of the steps is a major challenge. Because tourism in itself is not a sector. It is the integration of so many other sectors, and that's where the challenge comes in. In the meantime, this conclave is focused on youth. And what do we mean by youth? Youth means two basic elements. They are very energetic, and in the meantime, they are the dreamers of the future. So that's where the linkage of tourism and youth means tourism is a flexibility. There are a lot of things you need energy to travel, to develop, to integrate. And in the meantime, role of youth becomes automatically clear. Their energy must be used for the integration of their dreams, what they are supposed to do. Normally in our country, in tourism, we used to say, tourism is dream industry. There are a lot of creativity you need. So sometimes we become confused. Nepal do have higher range of Himalayas. It's not necessary. The question is where tourism is not. In the mountains, in the jungles, in the lakes, in the waters, everywhere in the cultural spots. Tourism can be developed in any place. The challenge is whatever elements you do have in your place, how you are going to present it. So basically our discussions will focus on the coming generation, which we call youth, who are very energetic, and in the meantime, who are dreamers for their own career, for their own perspective of leading the country in the future, and in the meantime, for the prosperity of all the people around this area, Bangladesh and Nepal specifically, how we can work for the tourism purposes in their own different ways. So everybody present in this hall is very much aware. Now we categorize tourism in four broad sectors. First, what is the development perspective from the destination view in tourism? That means any areas, how do we present, how do we, post, present in the brand. Second is, it all depends upon the accessibility. The provision of infrastructure of connectivity is very important. It may be transportation, it may be communications. So without the existence of accessibility as infrastructure through the connectivity, you may not dream of having developed tourism or doing tour or travel in a country. Second important thing. And third is the industry. Normally we used to say tourism industry people. What they do, they are the expert in packaging all these elements, the activities and facilities. So this is their challenge. How do we package tours in different itineraries, taking into consideration the cost of accommodation, cost of travel, and cost of involving different activities for their achievement, for their participation, and for their, whatever they want to be satisfied after their travel. This is the third component. And fourth component is there is possibility of creating awareness in the market to motivate them to visit the particular sites or destination we call. So many countries are seen trying to position their destination from different perspectives. If you take the case of Nepal, it is naturally Nepal. If you choose Nepal, the message is, if you really love nature, this is the right place. So whenever you come there, you expect the natural environment and ambience, not the modern facility to that extent. So these are some of the four basic areas. How do you develop the destination? One perspective, where the communities, the host groups are there. And second is the questions of infrastructure of connectivity. And third is industry challenge of product packaging. And last one is specifying the market segmentation and how do you generate the desire and motivation to visit that particular country. So broadly, we can see tourism in the four perspective. And one of our panel speakers we are expecting in real time. In the meantime, we'll try to see all these experts, panelists, listen them, and we can interact. And we can, at the end of the session, we'll try to find out what specifically the correction in our vision what specifically the future course of action we each individual are supposed to take, whether you are directly involved in tourism or not, no matter. Tourism is a part of human life. You need to travel from one point to another point. All the tourism things comes and involves within this section. So with these few notes, perhaps I will go through the list and sequence given to me. And we do have for the presenters somewhere around 40 minutes. So let's divide 10 minutes for each speaker. Then we come back to the floor, your queries, your suggestions, your remarks, and we will try to give them again a couple of minutes to respond, and we'll wrap up within the given time frame. The best challenge is how do we manage the time. We have already lost almost 10-15 minutes. So if you don't know how to manage the time, we cannot expect to manage any sector including tourism. It's a challenge for all of us. So with this note, I would first like to give the floor to Mr. D.V. Limbu. He is the former president of Nepal's Travel and Tour Agents. Normally, I expect from him what are the challenges, what are the good experience lessons many youths can learn in packaging the tours, presenting these tours in the market, and what are the constraints they have faced from the perspective of affordability, the cost, the price, the facilities, and activities to be done. So, Mr. Limbu, it's your floor, maximum 10 minutes. You can use this or any, your choice.
Thank you very much, modest Mr. Prachanda sir, my colleague panelists, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I should say, in behalf of Nepal Association of Travels and Tours, and on my own behalf, I would like to thank the program organizers and the team for inviting me as a panelist to speak few of my experience in front of you. Actually, as Modest Prachanda sir said that how to make the itineraries and the tourism in the Nepal. Before going that, I have some experience with the Nepal and Bangladesh in terms of tourism. I have been to Bangladesh last BTTF and twice in Bangladesh, and I got the experience of Bangladesh and Nepal. Yes, tourism is now rapidly growing up in the world, and it is one of the vital resource sectors in the world. So tourism, no nation can decline that tourism is less important. Having said that, I should say the tourism in Nepal and Bangladesh, especially of thinking of Nepal government and the bureaucrats, is very poor. They don't have much investment in tourism. Even in Bangladesh, what I have seen is Bangladesh has many potentialities of tourism. They can build such tourism places, but yet to do that because of lack of government policies. And Nepal too is not separated. Nepal has many natural beauty things, flora, fauna, and the mountains and the birthplace of Lord Buddha, but we cannot capture it due to the infrastructures. We don't have much infrastructures in Nepal, and I should request Nepal and Bangladesh government to do something, to help something, the fraternity of tourism people to make it betterment. Now I go to the youth rules of tourism in Nepal and Bangladesh. We usually have the tours. We sell the tours, trekking, expedition, and so on. And we have yet providing our clients the old method. Now the tourism and the globalize is rapidly going on online. I should not hesitate to say that we are little bit outdated. We usually work as a manual way. So what I request and what I suggest young people, they should make it as a computerized way. Likewise, you can book it through many of social media. In my time, during my time, we made ticket by manually. I have touched computer when I was only 30 or 25 years old. Now you have a computer before you born. So you have to have more knowledge in computerized and the technology side to boost up tourism. Yes, you need to do some manual way, but you still need to have more emphasis on the technology side. For example, the tourism we are facing now there is many challenges. One thing is this is man-made challenges, prices war. We have unhealthy competition in tourism sector, and you young people need to solve this problem first. And we have another challenges in tourism is we don't have, as I say, as far as in my knowledge, yet I don't find the good marketing from Nepal side, from the government side, from the private sector side, as well as in Bangladesh. We are not mature yet. We have not good types of marketing. We have many products to sell, but we cannot showcase it to the people in the world. So the technology